Welcome to Transition University. This is our supported decision-making and alternatives to guardianship module. At the age of 18, each individual becomes a legal adult, and there are certain challenges and responsibilities that come with that milestone. It is important to be prepared for those challenges and to make decisions regarding them part of the transition planning process. By now, you have realized there are a lot of aspects of adult life that require decisions. Those decisions should continue to be made as a team and as a family, but guided by the individual at the center of those decisions. The self-advocate should be able to make as many choices for themselves as possible, with assistance from those who are invested in helping them achieve success. Many will need assistance with complicated decisions like healthcare and finances, but rest assured, there are legal avenues to assist parents and family members to ensure the individual is protected from abuse, fraud, or neglect. This section of our workshop modules is all about protecting the well-being of an individual with disabilities throughout their lifetime and ensuring that their rights are protected in the very best way possible. Supported decision-making can be found in the red sections of the Youth and the Choices workbook. Self-determination, or SDM, and a youth being involved in what their life will look like can become a focus throughout person-centered planning that we previously mentioned in the green section of Transition University and in the green section of the workbooklets. This first step is the process, and it can be hard for parents. We need to separate what we want for our child from what they want for themselves. Everyone has a need to be heard and understood. Let your youth take the lead as often as possible and recognize their rights to make decisions. Identify what you do and don't want. Identify challenges that need to be overcome. Look at strengths and limitations. Set goals that move you forward and toward the life you want. Let go of habits and actions that do not lead to the life that you desire. Person-centered planning and charting the life course can be found in the green section of the transition books. We also discuss this in the green module of community living. Creating natural supports is very organic. We all create these supports whether we realize it or not. Here are some questions to ask. Who naturally connects with me? Would that be family members, neighbors, friends, parents? Who has a career in the area I'm interested in? What do I like to do in my spare time? Do I like sports? Special Olympics, church groups, support groups, social media? There are lots of options. You just need to find the ones that fit your needs. You can ask these supporters to be part of the team and hold meetings to discuss what the young adult needs and how they can help. Discuss the types of decisions and what impact they may have. Discuss how values, preferences, and needs influence decisions. Build skills needed to succeed. Practice, practice, practice. Use social stories, use role play, use pictures. Give 2 options and let your youth choose. Depending on what your child may qualify for, there may be other supports available to them. Many families avoid formal supports, thinking they don't need the help or won't qualify because their needs aren't severe. And then circumstances change and they find themselves trying to find services in a crisis situation. It's always better to have more supports in place or be on a waiting list than to find yourself not having something when you really need it. Some individuals will be able to make most life decisions with little support, while others may be more successful with a supported decision-making model to help them retain their rights and independence. For some individuals, however, the protections associated with limited or full guardianship may be the best option. Regardless of the situation, all caregivers want their young adults to be as successful as possible. It can be challenging and emotional to know what is the best course of action with regard to helping our young adults make decisions. We want them to be independent, but we also want them to be safe. As caregivers, we must consider whether guardianship or alternatives to guardianship, like supported decision-making, are appropriate. Supported decision-making can be used independently or as an additional tool if you have guardianship. Begin supported decision-making, or SDM, as early as possible and have it become part of your lifelong plan. Rather than a guardian making decisions for an individual with a disability, SDM allows the person with a disability to make his or her own decisions with support from a trusted team. Additional details about SDM worksheets and SDM agreement forms can be found in the youth workbook and its companion, the choices book, which is geared towards parents. And both of these can be found on our website. SDM is an alternative to guardianship. However, Utah law does not currently recognize supported decision-making as a legal formal support option for adults with disabilities. A potential problem with supported decision-making is there may be cases where third parties do not accept the decisions of the individual. For example, banks and doctors may not accept the decisions of that individual for various reasons. Supported decision-making also has the potential for exploitation because it is a non-formal situation. To help avoid issues, it is important to keep building skills such as financial literacy, safety, and proper boundaries and self-advocacy and more. Here's a graphic that shows you the difference between supported decision-making and guardianship. The benefits of supported decision-making is that it teaches independence and self-advocacy. It allows the youth to try to fail and succeed, and there are formal and informal supports available. Whereas guardianship, you can obtain either full or partial guardianship. It is legally recognized, and it protects those individuals who need it the most. So it is also important to remember that whether or not you have guardianship, you can still use a supported decision-making model so that your youth are always involved in the decisions that they are facing in their lives. Again, all of these resources and tools are outlined in detail for you in the red sections of the youth workbooklet and the choices workbooklet found on our website. If you have more questions, please give us a call at the Utah Parent Center. You can reach us at 801-272-1051. Ask to speak to a parent consultant about supported decision-making, and we would be happy to help you.